Say hater opinions. Back with some more of this industry politics. It looked like Chris Brown and Blueface they they making headlines now for some reason. I guess Chris Brown want niggas to keep the same energy, and in wanting that, he's like sending strays at Blueface and Krishan and shit. So see what the fuck niggas talking about. Um, it's a post. They go, if y'all still hate me for a mistake I made as a 17-year-old, please kiss my whole entire ass. I'm fucking 33. I'm so tired of y'all running with this narrative. You weird ass niggas are the same ones that tune in every week to see Blueface and Krishan beat the fuck out of each other in front of the world. But that's okay. It's entertaining. Oh, it's entertainment. All y'all can suck my dick disrespectfully. Alright, so I guess that was the initial post that Chris Brown made. And the strays is with Blueface right there. He bringing a Blueface and Krishan name because he's saying they not keeping the same energy. They mad at him still for something that he did when he was 17, but they entertained by Blueface and Krishan Rock's domestic violence situation. So I guess Blueface must have responded to that. Hold on, let's go to Blueface moms first, because Blueface moms responded to that too, which is kind of weird.
Now y'all know we done been through a lot. Chris Brown should have kept it to them white folks. Okay, you done threw the color folks under the bus, boy. What you doing over there, huh? Do you need the mama to talk to you? You don't throw us under the bus. You throw them other folk under the bus. You was doing good when you had them other folk under the bus. Now go ahead and rewrite that shit. Come on now. I know your mama told you you don't be putting us under that bus.
What she mean by white folks under the bus, I guess there was another post that Chris Brown made before that one that involved Blueface name. He had put a bunch of other domestic situations up involving like white people. That's what she's talking about.
And another thing, Chris Brown. Blueface used to pretend to be you as a child. Okay, what? He was Chris Brown all the way up until he became Blueface. So
word, you was a clone. You was putting on. You was putting on your little choreograph, your little dance moves. Little Blueface Brown. You was little Blueface Brown, little Chris Breezy. Nah, that's funny. Mama said you used to be Chris Brown until you was Blueface. Nigga, how she say that? She said you used to be Chris Brown right up until you became Blueface.
So technically, you set a poor example for my son. Is what?
Nah, she said you raised him. You was a bad role model, Breeze. Technically, you was a bad role model. Nah, that's crazy.
But you did.
Mama talking
because crazy. Maybe he just might be following behind you.
Oh man, Mama talking crazy.
Okay.
He technically did. He technically followed behind him. Like they both got a DV charge, right? But that's besides the fact. This is supposed to be Blueface's response to the Chris Brown shit.
Chris Breezy, beat the Yaki. What's happening? Look, check it out. I understand the frustration, fool. You know, for me being in the situation, I'm not even gonna trip on you because the message you trying to send is way off. I get it, you know, bitch. Me, it's funny. I hit her back. It's face, so I totally get it. But that'll be the most irritating thing ever. But you gotta play the cards that you was dealt. You want some, but they did it too. Why aren't you guys telling them anything? Type shit. And it's like, bro, life don't work like that, man. You know, if we all go do a crime together, we not all gonna get the same time together. You hear me?
It sounds like you saying Chris Brown dry snitching. Nigga, like, this nigga said, why you pointing at us? Nigga said it sound like Chris Brown dry snitching.
Might get the most amount of time. We might not all say nothing, but we all went and did the crime, so we got to take the time. You hear me? You on some? You guys are gonna give me the most time, but they did it too. Like judge, sentence them.
He calling Chris Brown a dry snitch.
I mean, like, handle your candle, deal with your situation how you deal with it. Only thing I disagree with is you posting all these random white people and
That sound like Krishan Rock in the background.
me and the bitch trying to like distract from your thing. You feel me? Like, you gotta stand on it, cause like if you beat shit, you beat the like. Oh God, like you scared to like, yeah, like.
Nigga said if you beat the bitch up, you beat the bitch up, and Krishan Rock started laughing. That's funny.
I get it, you on some R&B, you don't want to be seen as R&B, but oh God, you beat the Yaki, you gotta, hey, I beat my bitch. I ain't finna come on here and be like, well, Chris Brown did it 16 years ago, and you guys let him still like perform at the BET Awards, and I'm gonna sound like a square guy. That's what I'm gonna sound like. And my last opinion is, God, you beat up the wrong bitch. Yeah, you got a bad judge. Like you feel me? We didn't all get the same judge, cuz.
Nigga said you a bad judge of character. You beat the wrong bitch up.
Yeah, I got a bitch with me. She gonna fight back, so I'm gonna get less time. You hear me?
Nigga said I got a bitch that's gonna fight back, so I'm gonna get less time.
You beat up yeah, you beat up the wrong bitch. Just performed at the Super Bowl, nigga. Like, yeah, like, sorry, fool. Like, you should have got your little ghetto something that you could fight with. That's what I did. I could have had plenty of favors.
Nigga say you should have got you a little ghetto bitch that you could fight with.
I decided to go to, feel me, unnatural element, underground. You feel me? Beat the Yaki. Moral of the story: you can't watch what bitch you beat up. Chris.
Nigga said, moral of the story, watch what bitch you beat up. Yeah, so that's his response. The boy said a lot. He said a whole lot. He said that Chris Brown basically telling, nigga, you mad that nigga still not jacking you, so you pointing at Blueface and Krishan's situation instead of just keeping it on yourself, which is understandable. You don't want your name to be brought up when somebody else's issues get brought up. Like, if your issues get brought up and then every time your issues get brought up, you bring up somebody else, nobody wants to be that. Nobody wants to have that. Now, as far as the other shit he was saying about him beating up the wrong girl and he should have picked a hood girl to beat up because he'd have got less time and this, that, and the third, and Rihanna was too famous for you to try to beat her up, or she was, I don't know, he said something about she was just in the Super Bowl, like, you beat a bitch up that was just in the Super Bowl, like, on God type shit. Like, I guess he's insinuating that she was the wrong girl to beat up. She was too famous. She was too much in the spotlight for you to beat her up. You should have got a under the radar girl if you wanted to beat up, if you wanted to put hands on her, which is a real woman beater type shit to say. So I don't even understand how this nigga say some shit like that, like, and not expect no type of blowback. Like, you basically promoting domestic violence, nigga, on some high key shit. I'm not even gonna say low key because you didn't even try to hide the shit. You promoting domestic violence on some high key shit, so you know there's gonna be blowback behind that.
Chris,
you sound like you don't give a fuck anyway.
Nothing to do with it.
You look like you don't give a fuck anyway. Like the way you was talking about it, you ain't give a fuck. You ended it with moral of the story is pick the right bitch to beat up, basically. So you don't give a fuck. But the backlash is gonna come. Like you can't promote domestic violence, nigga, all willy nilly, and then have your mom saying that you was behind, you was following this nigga till you found your own identity and shit. Like the whole situation is kind of weird. It's weird that Chris Brown is in his emotions about some shit that he feel like people won't let go. Like me personally, I thought the nigga was over the shit. I thought you feel me, he dealt with it. He was at peace with it. Like I knew that motherfuckers was basically blacklisting, blackballing him. He don't get like the same looks as he did before the altercation and people still holding over his head. But I thought, you feel me, it didn't stop no bag, so he was comfortable with it. He like lived, he moved on, he apologized, he moved on with it. I ain't know it was still irking him to the point where he gotta be like, yo, y'all niggas is being hypocrites. Look at how y'all, you feel me, involving Krishan Rock and Blueface. Now, Blueface mom's getting in it. I don't even know how that works because I didn't even know that his moms and him was even close enough for her to even still be defending him. I know a mother's love is a mother's love, but I don't know how their situation works because it's him, like, to my knowledge, he sick his girl on his moms. He let his girl beat his moms up. He let his girl fuck his moms up and fuck his sister up. So I didn't even know they was on speaking terms as far as she running to his defense and making videos defending him against Chris Brown type shit. That was weird. And then this nigga whole response to the shit was weird. Then you got Krishan Rock in the background co-signing and laughing to getting beat up, basically. Like this nigga over there saying that this nigga picked the wrong girl to beat up and nigga have better judgment to know which girl to beat up and which girl not to beat up. And you got a girl in the background that gets beat up laughing and co-signing what the nigga saying. That shit is weird. The whole situation is weird, but if it wasn't Blueface and Krishan Rock, it wouldn't be weird. Like, that's why niggas motherfucking entertain them. Like, they not normal. This ain't normal shit, so it's entertaining. And now you throw Chris Brown in there, you sprinkle some Chris Brown in there, yeah, it's just nothing but content. We gonna leave that bitch right here. Most hated opinions. I'm out this bitch.